Hello and welcome to our first problem on the data structure linked list. This is a question from LeetCode and is tagged as easy. The question is to reverse linked list. So basically we are given a linked list. If we consider the example, we are given a linked list with 5 nodes starting with 1 ending at 5. And what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to reverse the linked list and return the head. That is, the tail becomes the head and the head becomes the tail. And every single direction of the pointer between the linked list is reversed. So now 5 points to 4, 4 points to 3, 3 points to 2, and 2 points to 1. So here we are supposed to reverse a linked list. So here I have taken a linked list from the example which has 5 nodes with the head as the 1, and then 1 points to 2, 2 points to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, and 5 is the tail. And what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to reverse the linked list, that is make 5 the head, and then 5 points to 4, 4 points to 3, 3 points to 2, 2 points to 1, and 1 becomes the tail. So that is the objective here, and we are here to discuss how we will achieve that and what are the problems that we will face. So pretty straightforward approach would be to iterate over the nodes and just change or update the pointer to the previous node. What I'm saying is, let's say I have started the iteration from the head. What I'm supposed to do is node.next, that the pointer to which this node is pointing to is the node with value 2 on the right. But what I need to do is I need to just reverse it. So what I will do is I will make the current node point to the previous node. And the problem with that is the moment I do that, the previous pointer information is lost. And the problem is now I have a linked list with head as 1 and 1 points to none, which is the previous node. And there is no way I can go or reach the entire linked list on the right side because the connection has been broken, and there is no path to reach the next node from 1 on the progressive side. So that is a problem, right? And we can solve that in a way that when we are at a node, iterating over node, before breaking this connection and establishing a new connection to the previous node, what we can do is we can store the next this next we can store this next node pointer reference. What we can do is this is like we are iterating over this node. This node is current. If this node is current, this node will be current dot next. And what we can do is we can store this value uh, in a variable. Let's say next. So next is a variable which has current dot next node reference or pointer to stored in it. And now that we have the node within our reach, what we can do is I can update this current bond and make it point to the previous one. This way I have in a way reversed the flow. I have reversed a couple of connections. I have established a reverse logic without losing in touch with the rest of the linked list. So I have the access to the rest of the linked list in from this variable, and I can proceed in a similar fashion. So what I will do is I will make things more concrete so that we have a proper direction to progress in. We have the idea, right? We got the idea. But to be more precise, what we are going to make use of is 3 pointers. I'll call one previous, I'll call the other one current, and I will call one as next. Current, we will iterate over basically the current. So what happens is, what I will do is whenever I'm iterating over the current, and current is basically right now the head. First of all, what I will do is I will establish next as cur.next, and that will give me the access to this node. Then what I will do is I will update current.next as previous. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this connection and establish a new connection to the previous node, right? Then what I will do is I will update my previous pointer to current. So I will make this as previous, okay? And then what I will do is I'll make current equal to next. So I will make this current as next. Now what will happen is if I follow this in a loop, what will happen is earlier our current was like, let's say this was the first iteration of a loop. So our current got updated from 1 to 2, and also the connection got reversed, and now the current is on the basically a new linked list which starts with 2. And if I follow the same set of commands again, you will see that you will get the understanding of what actually is happening. So again, what I will do is I will set the next as current dot next, which give me access to this node, right? Because current is now this node with value 2, so the current dot next is node with value 3. Then I will break the bond of current dot next and establish it with the previous. Current dot next is equal to previous. So previous is right here. So what I'm doing is I have established a reverse linked list connection between the nodes 1 and 2. And next what I will do is now this previous I will shift this previous to what current. So I will make the previous to current. Similarly, we had done before, previous was assigned to current. And now then what I will do is I will update and move my current rightwards, and to do that I have the access with the variable next. So what I will do is I will set current to next. Just one more iteration to make sure we have the proper understanding. So again, what we are doing is uh, I will update my next as next pointer as current dot next, which will be now that current is the node with value 3, current dot next is node with value 4. We have the access to this node. Once we have the access on the right, we can break the connection of the current and reverse it. So what I will do is I will update the current dot next from uh, I will break the connection from 3 to 4, that is current dot next, and update it with the uh, um, with setting it to the previous node. So basically the command is going to be current dot next is equal to previous, and previous is node with value 2. So now my current dot next will be pointing to the previous node, and then I will shift my previous to current, set my previous to current, and move my current to next. So you get the understanding. What we are doing is we are performing a set of um, algorithm, set of commands, and then we are moving the previous to previous rightwards and current rightwards, next rightwards. So we have these three variables that are storing pointers to the node values. And once we are done with performing the reverse operation, we are shifting each one to the right. And in that way, as we iterate along the linked list, the entire linked list will be in a reversed fashion. And eventually what will happen is uh, the current will become none, and the previous will be the pointer to the head, because everything is being reversed, so the tail will become the head eventually. So at the end of it, I just want to return the previous as the head of the linked list. So let's move on to our editor and make sure this works. Let's execute it, implement it, and test it. So let's begin with the coding. I'm going to define the three variables as previous initially set to none because there is no previous node to head, current set to head, and next I'll define it or set it to none for now. I'll start a loop which will repeat while the current is not none. while the current exists, I want this loop to repeat itself. First of all, I'll gain an access to the next node on the right. So I'll store that node on the variable next, nxt. Then I'll update the connection of current.next to the previous node, which is now none for the head. Then I'll update the previous node to the current node. I'll shift the previous node to right. So the node to the right of previous is current. So I'll make previous to current. I'll shift the current node to the right. So the node to the right of current is next. So I'll set cur is equal to next. And when we are done with the loop, when we exit the loop, the current will be none and previous will be pointing to the tail. So I'll return the previous node as the output or the new head of the linked list, which was previously the tail of the original linked list. So now I'll quickly run and check if there is any typing error or any sort of error. Well, we got a wrong answer, so there is some error. And just looking through it. Okay, got it. So cur.next, next, not nxt. So basically we are setting the current.next, the next parameter of the current or object of the class node to the node previous. So it should be next next, not nxt, which the variable we created for getting a reference or pointing, getting a hold of the next variable on the next node on the right side of the linked list. So let's check if there is any more errors. No, it looks fine. So let's submit the code. And it passes all the test cases. So perfect. We have completed our first problem, and it was just a manipulation of couple of pointers to the nodes on the linked list. Thank you for watching this video.